Hi folks, I'm going to have a go at making a big vase now. It's about a £7 ball of clay. I haven't made these for a while, so we shall give it a go. So when you're centering a big lump like this, it's ideal to sort of cone it right up, as we call it. So you push all the clay up to a point like that, and then you come back down again, and that makes it a lot easier to centre. So I'm just going to dive in, get to within about a centimetre of the bottom, then open it out, flatten the base off, compress the base. I'm just going to push it up a touch. So the first bit I'm going to do is using my right hand, the heel or the palm of my right hand, I'm just going to push a bit of the dead thick clay up from the bottom. Not trying to get much height at the moment, just trying to get the thick stuff up. The clay is quite grippy for some reason. So just like so, just getting it quite an even thickness so it's not dead thick at the bottom. And then again, just collaring in. When you're trying to get some height, you always need to collar in, making sure it's a lot thinner at the top than it is at the bottom. And again, you can just squeeze in at the base. So now I'm going to do the first, what we call knuckle lift, which is putting my left hand inside and then using the knuckle of my right hand, digging into the bottom of the clay like that, pushing against one another and just slowly lifting up. And it's a way you can get quite a lot of clay up quite quickly. Again, we'll do a second lift in a second. So again, just collaring it in from the bottom upwards, making sure it's narrower at the top. I'm going to slow my wheel right down now to do this last one. I'll try and squeeze it in a little bit at the base because I want it quite narrow at the base, so it may go a bit off centre now. We can sort that out. Get a bit of water on my arm because I need to stick my arm right in it, and again another knuckle lift, trying to get a bit more clay up from the base. More height to it, so then I'm just going to shape it now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to squeeze it in at the bottom with my hand inside to try and steady it, just to try and get a nice narrowish base. When I trim it tomorrow, I'll get it a lot narrower at the bottom. With this shape, I'm just going to belly it out a little bit. belly it out a little bit. I'll do the final shaping after I've done the top. What I want to do now, so I just want to narrow the top in, form the top, and then I'll do the final shaping. So it does get a little bit uneven at the top, but you can just pinch it off with the needle. Just straighten the top off like that. So now I'm just going to make the top, and we'll form the shoulder. Now I'm just going to put my hand in, try not to stretch that out, and just belly this out a bit, put a bit of a nicer shaped shoulder on it. Just simply with one hand, just stretching it out from the inside. Get a bit of a higher shoulder. About right, and I'll just finally finish off this last bit, just tidy this up. And that's about it, I think. Like I said, I'll make it a lot narrower at the bottom, get a better profile, but you can't throw it any thinner than that really, otherwise it'll just be too unstable. There's quite a lot can be turned off tomorrow when it's a lot drier. Just make sure I mop all the water out. Get the final sponging off. That's it. That's a tall vase, £6 tall vase from start to finish.